Imagine this. You're standing in a forgotten plaza, deep in the lush forests of Honduras. Towering ceiba trees sway gently above, their roots splitting once sacred stone. The moss-covered remains of temples and ball courts whisper of a time when kings walked these very grounds, when astronomers mapped the skies and priests communed with gods. And somewhere, beneath layers of earth and time, lie the bones of those who built this city. Not relics, not ruins, people. More than 1,000 years later, their DNA is telling a story we've never fully heard. A story not of disappearance but endurance. In May of 2025, a groundbreaking study led by Shigeki Nakagome, assistant professor of genomic medicine at Trinity College Dublin, was published in the journal Current Biology. The study analyzed DNA from 7 ancient individuals who once lived in the Maya city of Copán, offering, for the first time, a detailed genetic portrait of a people whose civilization experienced both staggering brilliance and a mysterious fall. Using state-of-the-art techniques in ancient DNA extraction and sequencing, the research team was able to retrieve and study genetic material preserved for over a millennium. These remains, recovered from archaeological excavations in elite and common burial sites, serve as silent witnesses to the grandeur, upheaval, and continuity of one of Mesoamerica's most iconic civilizations. This isn't just a tale of collapse, it's a scientific resurrection of voices lost to time. Copán is often referred to as the Athens of the Maya world. Founded in AD 426 by Kinich Yaxcoch Mo, a ruler whose origins likely trace back to central Mexico, Copán became a nexus of culture, astronomy, politics, and trade. The dynasty he established ruled for centuries, each king adding temples, altars, and stelae, each generation expanding the city's spiritual and civic grandeur. By AD 730, Copán's population had swelled to nearly 19,000, sustained by vast agricultural fields and a complex societal structure that included scribes, artisans, warriors, and laborers. It was a city engineered for both spiritual communion and earthly governance. But by the mid to late 8th century, warning signs emerged. Stelae inscriptions dwindled. Monumental construction slowed. Around AD 750, the city experienced a demographic and political unraveling. By AD 850, Copán had effectively collapsed, with much of the urban population dispersed or gone entirely. Historians, archaeologists, and linguists have long debated the cause: climate change, warfare, overpopulation, soil exhaustion. The truth may lie in all of these, and now also in the DNA of its people. The ancient DNA study focused on 7 individuals whose remains spanned both the peak and decline of the city. Through their bones, Nakagome's team unlocked the genetic map of a civilization under pressure. These individuals displayed varied maternal lineages, evidence of genetic diversity within Copán's population. Far from being a closed or isolated society, the Maya of Copán appear to have been part of a larger regional mosaic. Their genetic footprints reflected complex community structures, intermarriage across regions, and possibly diplomatic ties that extended far beyond the city's walls. 2 males in the study shared a Y chromosome lineage still common among present-day indigenous American populations. Yet they weren't closely related, suggesting that kinship in Maya society likely involved broader clan or lineage affiliations rather than simple nuclear family units. Most crucially, scientists detected signs of a genetic bottleneck, an unmistakable signature of sharp population decline around 1,200 years ago. This aligns perfectly with archaeological evidence of Copán's collapse. What the inscriptions couldn't say, the genomes whispered clearly. One of the most revealing aspects of the study was the identification of gene flow from highland Mexico. This suggests that Copán was far more interconnected than once believed. Its residents were not genetically static. They were part of a network of cultural and biological exchange stretching across Mesoamerica. This migration could have been voluntary, part of long-distance marriages or trade alliances, or it might reflect movements triggered by drought, conflict, or environmental shifts. Whatever the cause, it enriches the narrative of Copán's final centuries. Far from fading in isolation, the city appears to have been engaged with the wider world until the end. These findings hint at a kind of quiet resilience. Even in collapse, Copán was still reaching outward. Perhaps the most profound discovery was this: the DNA of these ancient Maya still lives on today. From the late Archaic period, more than 3,000 years ago, to now, genetic continuity can be traced through Maya communities. Over 7 million people across Guatemala, Mexico, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador identify as Maya. They speak more than 30 indigenous languages, maintain sacred rituals, cultivate maize, and honor their ancestors with reverence. They are not descendants of a lost people. They are the people, the living Maya. And in them we see not the remnants of a collapsed empire, but the ongoing heartbeat of one of humanity's great civilizations. This study is part of a new wave of science where archaeology meets genomics. It proves that ancient DNA can do more than trace ancestry. It can resurrect social structures, reveal migration patterns, and illuminate the lived experiences of past communities. The Maya have long been seen through the lens of loss. Temples swallowed by vines, glyphs unread for centuries, cities abandoned to the forest. But this research flips that narrative. It shows endurance, flexibility, and deep ancestral connection. As technologies advance, more sites across Mesoamerica will undergo similar analysis. And with each one, we'll refine the story, not of a vanished people, but of a civilization that evolved, adapted, and persisted in ways we are only beginning to understand. The Maya story isn't over. It never was. As you walk the ruins of Copán, or peer into the jungles of Tikal or Palenque, remember this: the stones are quiet, but the people are not. Their bloodlines remain. Their languages live. Their culture continues to shift and grow. What we once called collapse was transformation. And what we once believed to be an ending was really a beginning. So if you found this journey through ancient genomes and enduring human legacy as awe-inspiring as we did, subscribe to our channel. Each week we bring the latest discoveries in science, archaeology, and the hidden histories that shape our world. There's always more to uncover, always more to understand, because in every buried bone and forgotten city echoes the voice of humanity.